Our words, sooner or later, shape our experiences. And Florence Scovel Shinn is very adamant in reminding us of the power of even idle words. She once wrote, a woman once asked her why her life was now one of poverty and limitation. Formerly, she had a home, was surrounded by beautiful things, and had plenty of money. We found that she had often tired of the management of her home and had said repeatedly, I'm sick and tired of things. I wish I lived in a trunk. And she added, today, I am living in that trunk. She had spoken herself into a trunk. The subconscious mind has no sense of humor, and people often joke themselves into unhappy experiences. Another example is a woman who had a great deal of money joked continually about getting ready for the poorhouse. In a few years, she was almost destitute, having impressed the subconscious mind with a picture of lack and limitation. Fortunately, the law works both ways, and a situation of lack may be changed to one of plenty. For example, a woman came to Florence on one hot summer's day for a treatment for prosperity. She was worn out, dejected, and discouraged, and she said that she possessed just $8 in the whole world. Florence said, good, we'll bless the $8 and multiply them as Jesus multiplied the loaves and the fishes, for he taught that every man has the power to bless and multiply, to heal and to prosper. So much in this, right? Now, the main takeaway is always the power of your words. I mean, we basically have to learn how to meditate and have no words in our mind at this point to get away from this power. But when we start thinking, when we start speaking, the words have a power. Florence even describes it as radioactive. It's like energy that just goes off. And so we must realize, we must let it sink in that our lives will begin to look like the words that we speak over it. That our lives reflect our words. Our words have the power to change our conditions. Let that sink in. And if necessary, start speaking words that you don't even believe. Like, life's good. I'm happy with my life. If you're depressed as anything, you just might want to try that. Just speak these words. In fact, when I was in a really hard place, I couldn't think of anything nice to say about myself or my life. So I actually took the Bible and I took Ephesians 1 and I memorized it. And so everywhere I went, what I thought to myself privately and what I'd say out loud when I was alone was just the words of the Bible. I knew well enough to know that my own words were horrible. And so that's what I would speak. So we have to feel, we have to believe in the power of our words and recognize that, and then go out of our way to speak better words over our lives. The subconscious mind has no sense of humor, none. So it's not going to recognize, oh, this is a joke, she doesn't mean it. No. It takes everything you say at face value. It's like it trusts you. It would never think that you would say something that you didn't want. So focus on getting the words right. If you can't think of anything nice to say, go study affirmations. Go look at the videos by Louise Hay. Go pick up Florence's book and read her affirmations. Go pick up the Bible and start quoting it. People who speak better than you, who speak life over your life, start to use their words because it's so important. And the other part of this is that it works both ways. You can speak tragedy into your life, but you can also speak abundance. You can speak joy. You can speak blessing. Because Jesus Christ taught that we have the power to bless and multiply, to heal and prosper. This is a power that goes all the way back to Genesis 1, where God gives us, the Elohim gives humans power and dominion. Like he used his sovereignty to give us sovereignty over our lives. So we have to recognize that power, which is something that Florence points out. So we have the power to bless and multiply, to heal and prosper. And if you want a tip about the words you should speak, that's it. Are these words blessing anyone or anything? Would you want these words to multiply? Are you speaking words to heal? Are you speaking words to prosper? It's a great way to put it. But Jesus says, we have the power to bless and to multiply, to heal and to prosper. Like, recognize our power. That goes a long way of explaining why our words have such power. And I know a lot of people are going through such hard times. Life can be so hard. So this woman, she was worn out, dejected, and discouraged. And notice that Florence didn't come to her to say, I'm going to fix you. I'm going to help you. I'm going to take on this burden and help you out. No, the woman, even though she was worn out, dejected, and discouraged, she came to Florence and wanted prosperity. So that goes hand in hand with Florence's idea that we make the first move. We have to make the first move. We are the ones who are the first movers. And from there, the powers that be can go to work. From there, the powers that be can start to work for us. Even God has to wait for us to believe in ourselves before God can go to work. And so this woman, she's worn out, dejected, and discouraged. She goes to Florence for a treatment for prosperity. And then you would also know that she doesn't have a lot. She just has $8 in the whole world. And Florence is good. We will bless those $8. And we can multiply them. So even at your worst, you think that you have next to nothing. Well, it's like you have $8 or 8 cents. It's like good. We can work with that. You have something, no matter how tiny or insignificant it is, we can bless it. We can bless those $8 and multiply them, because that's what we have the power to do. And so, yeah, our words go both ways. And I would want for everyone to understand the power of the words and start speaking differently. Start testing it. Start giving it a go. And then if you're going through that hard time, to recognize that you have to be that first mover. You have to be the one to sit up, stand up, and go ask for that prosperity. And what little you have, we can make that work. So the power of words is always something that Florence loves to teach. And, this channel is dedicated to the works of Florence Scovel Shinn. I study all of her books in great detail, from The Game of Life and How to Play It, which is where this story comes from, to the power of the spoken word and everything in between. I just love to do a deep dive into the works of Florence Scovel Shinn. She wrote this stuff 100 years ago, but it's as relevant as ever. It's as powerful as ever. And it's a great thing to set your mind on, because this is something that you can trust and work with and see results. Now, if you like that kind of stuff, please subscribe. If you want to leave a comment for me, I actually see all your comments and I do reply. Let me know that you like this video. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you next time.